Hello, welcome to the team call. Let's see, today, I don't know what we're really going to chat about today. Um, no real interesting, crazy news, I don't think. Since last week, the summit tracks open today for certain qualifying coaches, and for everybody else, it opens next week, Monday. Make sure you're on there. I believe I signed up for the blue track, Hall C, which is the one that Chris is going to be talking in. And then I signed up for the Joel and Jericho workout. I believe it's the one at 2 p.m. on Thursday. So if you would like to do what I'm doing, then that's what I'm doing. So sign up for those. You also have options for shuttle passes if you're interested in that, which I would recommend if you are far away from either Music City Center or the Nissan Stadium. Unless you really like to walk, then don't get a shuttle pass. Shuttle passes are $15, and then the shuttles are color coded based on where they go and drop off. You can get the box lunches. They're more expensive this year, which is insane. Yeah, they're $18. Yeah, so completely up to you if you want to go that route as well. That's there. So, the one thing that they did talk about is if you're looking to get like kind of like a fast pass into the core. They're going to give that, I forget out to how many coaches, like 250 coaches who earn like the most Success Club points this month. You get like a fast pass right into the core. It's like 250 if you're diamond and above, and like 450 if you're ruby and under. So yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Only one workout this year instead of two, so that kind of stinks. But if you don't want to do what I'm doing, just pick a workout that you want to do. Obviously, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want to do to enjoy your own unique summit experience. So that's pretty much it as far as that goes. Outside of that, I was really hoping that some more of you guys would make some videos. Not only is it a good opportunity for you to kind of get outside of your comfort zone a little bit and make a video that kind of talks about what you like about coaching, maybe some stuff that coaching's allowed you to be able to do that you weren't able to do before. And even if you're not even at that point yet, even if you're a new coach, even talking about some of the things that you're excited about, some of the things that you're excited that coaching could give you in the future and that you're working towards, also makes a good video too. Doesn't have to be super long, even if it's only a couple minutes long. That's cool with me, but I'd like to get more of you guys into the coach sneak peek, because a lot of those prospects in there, a lot of those people that get into that group are really looking to relate their situation to some of our situations. So if we're able to share stories with them, or share kind of like what our goals and what this path or this tool, what we call Beachbody coaching, how we're going to use that to reach some of these goals and some of these dreams that we have, they can better relate with us, and they're more likely to join us then. So hoping some more of you guys will make some videos. If you do, just you can put them on your YouTube channel if you want. If you don't want and you want to put them directly on the Team Tenacious YouTube channel, we have our own YouTube channel if you didn't know that. Just let me know and I can get you the email and the password to log into our team channel, and you can upload your video directly on there. And then once you do that, all I need is the link. Once it's published, I just need the link to it, and then I will include that somewhere within the daily posts for the coach sneak peek. It's only 3 days long, but there's a lot of gaps in there between posts because I try to spread them out. So I was hoping that in some of those gaps we can fill in some of you guys' videos. So I hope some of you guys will, take the 2 minutes out of your day to make a video. It's not too difficult to do, but it would be much appreciated if you did it. If you didn't know, the Coach Sneak Peek started today. So if you have people, there's still plenty of time to plug them into the group. Let me or Melissa know, and we will add you in so you can add your people into the group as well. So outside of that, I think that's it. So remember, we run one of those every month, and I think the next one I already have set up for May 9th. So May 9th will be the next one if you're already trying to look ahead a little bit. And we'll also have another Coach Basics group starting May 1st too for all of the new coaches that join us this month. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. What shall we talk about today? What should be the topic of conversation? Let's see. What's something that's been coming up recently?
I know this might be helpful if nobody watches like the Team Tenacious or listens to not Team Tenacious, Team Panacea that calls, but sometimes when I get off of here, I hop onto there. In the last 2 weeks, they've had like what you need to know when you first start coaching, like just basic stuff, like EFT, like, left leg, right leg, just whatever, basic stuff like that, housekeeping stuff in our group, whatever. But I don't know if that would be anything I know there's a lot of new coaches on here.
Yeah.
That might be something to.
Well, maybe you can share some of the wisdom that you've learned from these calls with us.
It's just basic knowledge stuff.
Well, yeah, it is basic knowledge stuff, but obviously it's basic knowledge stuff to us because we've been around for a while. So I think, all right, here, let's cover some of the simple ones and the easier ones right off the bat. All right, so first of all, if you are active in your business, the EFT thing, that's your direct deposit, okay? So if you're looking for where to set that up, I have all my coaches set it up right away because you never know when you're really going to start, getting those challenge packs out there. So if you go under My Business, all the way down to the bottom, it says My EFT Management. If you click on that, you can set up your direct deposit. So you're going to want to get that set up at least 3 days, I think it is, before your first check is supposed to come to you, to make sure that they do it that way instead of sending you the paper checks. So remember, if you don't set up the EFT, you're going to get paper checks in the mail from Beachbody. So that's one thing to do, very simple, pretty easy to do. So if you just get it set up right away, then you can kind of forget about it after that. Okay. The websites is pretty easy setup. So on your Coach Online Office, you have access to your 3 websites. You can edit all 3. The amount that you can edit is limited, and there's a reason for that. Beachbody basically wants to put a well thought out website together for us and not make it too complicated because not everybody knows how to make a website. So they made a lot of the things really easy. So you can put like your name and your contact info and a picture of you. On your coach page, you can change out some of the banners. So, a new program launches or there's deals for that month. If you're using your websites a lot, maybe you want to put those banners up, and that's real easy to add them. It's a simple click, and then you find the one you want, you click it, and you add it in, and it puts it in there for you. So very simple, easy things, but your websites are there. How much you use your websites and what you do with them is completely up to you. Me personally, I use them more as a kind of like a resource tool. So the one I use the most is the Shakeology website, and I mainly use that for people looking for more information on Shakeology if they want to learn more about it. So instead of me just chatting with them forever about Shakeology and the ingredients, I would just send them to my Shakeology page directly and let them go through the material and check out the videos and things like that on Shakeology. So, like I said, I use them more as a resource tool. Obviously, since we have the mobile app, which is probably the next thing that I think you guys should really know about and get accustomed to, is the mobile app. So, for those of you that don't know, coachmobile.teambeachbody.com. You can use it on your computer. You can use it on your phone. It is phone friendly, so it works very well on your phone. You can add it to your home screen. So it's a shortcut right to it. Pretty simple tool to use. Some of the issues that people sometimes have with it are, one, remember it's only for new customers, okay? So if the customer or the person you're trying to sign up already has an account with Beachbody, has like ordered something before, you won't be able to sign them up using the Coach app, okay? So it's either you either need a new email address or they need to switch over to you as their coach. Both simple things that, if you have questions on, we can talk about it. But if you are signing somebody up right away that hasn't been on there before, the process is very simple. You're putting in like their email address, you're adding a new customer, you put in their first and last name. If they're ordering challenge packs, you're picking their products for them. So after that's all done and said and it's all set up and you send out the email, sometimes they don't get the email. Okay, that's one of the things that sometimes happens. The email gets lost or winds up in their spam or whatever, they can't find it. Okay, so to resend the email, when you're on the main, kind of like the main screen where you would enter in their email address, on the bottom, there's like a question mark that says status. If you click on that, it's going to be 3 tabs on the top. Their name's going to be under probably the sent tab still. If you click on their name again, a little box will pop up. It has like their name and info and what you sent to them in there. If you scroll down, there's a little envelope thing that says contact. If you click on that, you'll see the option to resend the confirmation email. Okay, so that's how you resend the same email out to them again with the same exact order. You will also see on that screen the modify enrollment option. So if they decide they want a different flavor of Shakeology or they want a different challenge pack altogether or whatever, you click on that button and you basically walk through the process again with a lot of the fields already filled out for you. And then you can send them a new email with whatever their new order is. Okay? That tool makes it easy for you to be able to go on and basically set up orders for people. Okay? So yeah, that's another good tool to use. So based on what people are ordering and things like that, if it's not challenge pack related or it's not just a program or just Shakeology, if it's something else, the coaching codes is a good site to go to. Basically, you can type in your coach ID and it will populate links for you. So you can basically go on there, put that in, and then you can send links to people, direct links. So what it'll do is basically pop up the shop directly to the product that the person's looking for. So then they can just add it to their cart and check out, and it's just as if they were shopping through your website. That's kind of the trick behind it. That again makes things easy for people to be able to get to the product that they want quickly. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make this process easy. We're trying to make it quick so people aren't having to go through the shop and find these different things. They already know what they want. They just want to get there and add it to their cart and check out. Okay, so that's what we're doing with these different tools. If you have any questions about that stuff, let us know, and we'll point you in the right direction, or we'll help you out, make a little video for you if need be. Whatever helps you guys in that process, we can do that for you. The next one, this one I'm not going to go into like crazy detail on. We'll just kind of do like a little overview. Melissa mentioned like left and right leg and coach placement. Okay, so if you are signing new coaches, you need to know how to place them. Okay, so if you are a new coach, remember the first goal when you're signing your coaches is you're going for emerald, so you're going for a rank. So you need to sign one up in your left and one in your right. Doesn't really matter which way you go with your first two coaches. You kind of take your best guess on which ones you want to put where. So underneath my business, my downline, what is it? My business, my downline.
My preferred placement.
My preferred placement. Yeah. So that's the one that has like the little box that comes up, and you're going to want to set your coach placement to manual instead of like auto or whatever it is. I don't know what the exact option is, but you want to select that and then you want to save it. Okay. That means that you're now in control of where you're going to be placing your coaches, and the website isn't going to do it for you automatically. So what you can then do, and this is exactly what I do, is I like to use the graphical genealogy to do my placement. So I know exactly where my coaches are going to go. So if you then go into my business, my downline graphical genealogy, you'll see like a picture, not a picture, like a little like bowling pin shape of you with your name above it. And then you'll see like possibly no coaches underneath you in the left and right, like outlines, dotted outlines. Okay. So there's two little links up at the top. These are what I use. It's perfect. Okay. One says go to bottom left. One says go to bottom right. Okay. When you click on that, it's going to bring you all the way down to the right or all the way down to the left, depending on which one you clicked. So when you're placing your coaches, you always want to put them on the furthest outside spots. So if you click go to bottom right, that next screen you see in the furthest right position, if you click on that spot, a box will come up, you hit OK, that little outline will turn red. That is where your next coach is going to be placed. Okay, so remember, you need to set your placement before the coach actually signs up. So I feel like I say this all the time, but remember, it's not, hey, you signed up a coach, where do you want to place them? It's, hey, you signed up a coach and I put them in that spot where you told me to. Okay, so there's no like warning ahead of time. So if you know that somebody is possibly going to sign up, you want to have your coach placement set before they sign up. So for you guys that are having people sign up, after the first coach signs up, so say you put them in the farthest right spot, you immediately after they sign up, just change your placement over to your furthest left spot, and then you're ready to go for the next coach that comes in. And then if you want to know more about coach placement and like where to place coaches even after that, let us know, and I will definitely help you with that. I like talking about coach placement and business stuff. So that's just a very brief overview on that for those of you that are starting to sign coaches early on as well. All right. Other things, well, let's just talk, I guess, just briefly about Success Club a little bit. So, yes, time out.
Flag on a play. Can you go over when somebody goes Emerald, what their qualifications, what they have to have done, and where they go in to do that?
As far, to get like, are you talking about to get like leads and stuff?
Yeah, and they have to have everything checked off. Like they have to have their profile done, the before and after picture, and
yeah. So once you're an Emerald coach, and this kind of goes along with Success Club, you can start getting leads from Beachbody, right? So leads are basically customers that sign up on Beachbody.com or call in, et cetera, et cetera. So there's some different things that you have to do. There's like a checklist of things that you have to have done in order to qualify to get these leads, okay? Most of which you can do right now and never have to think about them again, okay? So one off the bat is your business service fees. So as long as you're paying your $16 every month, which I hope you are, because if you don't, then you lose your business anyways. That's one of them, okay? The other ones is your bio on teambeachbody.com. So you want to go into your profile on teambeachbody.com. So you have like a little almost like mini Facebook profile on there. Put in like a before and after picture and a profile picture. They can all be the same. It doesn't matter. And then put some information into your bio. Okay. Once that's done, good to go. You can leave it if you want, or you can update it as you go. Completely up to you and how you want to use that. All right. But it needs to be done. All right. The next one is you have to be a club member. Okay. So club member, that's how you get on demand. So that's one of the reasons, or one of the things that you have to be a part of in order to get leads. And the reason that Beachbody kind of wants you to be part of on demand is so you know how to talk about on demand and the different aspects of it. So remember, that's $40 every quarter, which is like nothing at all, really. It's basically like one Shakeology sale. But you have to be a club member too. Okay? Then you have to be in Success Club 5. If you have all of those qualifications in place, done, good to go, then you can receive leads the following month. So remember, everything that you do in a given month, you're qualifying to get things the next month. So also in your Coach Online office, under My Business, My Lead Qualifications, you can see the breakdown of all these things. You can see like yes and no's in boxes that'll tell you like, what have you done this month and what haven't you? Oh, one more thing. You also have to have a 90 PV HD order, which is your Shakeology order in essence. Or, if you're getting, say, the pre and the post workout drink, it can be any products. It doesn't matter, but it has to equal 90 PV and they have to be home direct orders. So you can put together whatever mixture of things that you want to, as long as it's home direct. So for the majority of us, it's going to be Shakeology. For some others of you, it may be pre and post workout drink. Those are just 90 right off the bat. Okay. Now I lost my train of thought, what I was going to talk about. Okay, so we're kind of talking about Success Club a little bit on that note. But we're talking about lead qualification. So you can go back there and you can see the check boxes basically, so you know exactly what you need and what you've already qualified for. Okay, it'll also show you like SC5 versus SC10. So remember, you get different leads based on if you're SC5 or SC10 plus. Okay, you actually get SC5's leads and more leads at SC10 as well. So you actually get multiple different style sets of leads basically. And remember, the ones that you get from SC10, you actually make a commission off of their orders as well. So there's a little bit more benefit to be SC10 versus SC5 because of that. But so to get into Success Club, remember, you need to get points, and the points go from day 1 to day 30. Some of the confusing things that people don't understand. So first of all, let me just cover how you get the points real quick. 2 points for every challenge pack sale. 2 points. Whether it's a new coach or a new customer, you get 2 points for that. 1 point for Shakeology on home direct. Okay, so I'm just going to explain that really quick. If somebody orders Shakeology from you and it's a one-time order, you get 0 points. If somebody orders Shakeology from you and they put it on auto ship, you get 1 point. Okay, your goal is to get at least 5 every month. It's better if you get 10. Okay, so those are the 2 ways that you get points. Some of the things that people get confused about sometimes: you do not get another point the next month if they stay on Shakeology. Okay, this is new orders only, so you need to be finding and getting new people every month. That's the idea. That's why we're always talking about, like, pick a number of how many people you want to help every month, whether it's as a new coach or as a new customer. What's that number? And it has to be at least 3, right? Because 3 with 3 challenge packs is 6 points. If you pick 5, then you can do it any way you want. It could just be Shakeology orders, or it could be a mixture. And either way, you'd always have at least 5. So pick your number and then go find some people to help. That's how that all works. All right. So the lead thing is a little bit confusing, but I know I have a YouTube video that talks about it as well. Might be a little bit old, depending, because they did change the SC5, SC10 thing. But it's still pretty relevant as far as this goes. But if you have any other questions, once again, on that, let us know, and we can help you out with that too. I talked about Leadership Ladder like 2 weeks ago, I think. So if you scroll back in the team page a couple weeks, you can learn about Leadership Ladder too, which is heavily built on Success Club. What else? In the bottom right corner on your Coach Online office is links to videos. So if people are looking for videos and things like that, down in the bottom right corner is a whole library of videos. So you just click on, it says like video library. You click English. It has like a breakdown categories of all different kinds of videos that you can send out to people too. And the cool thing about those videos is after the video plays, it like kind of pops up your web page afterwards. So that's kind of cool. But it's another option too. You know, some people like to use those videos. Some people like to use YouTube videos too. Pretty much everything that's in that library is somewhere on YouTube as well. So depending on what you like to use, completely up to you. I know that YouTube tends to be a little bit more friendly to like phones as compared to like the videos that we have in the Coach Online office. Sometimes they don't work that well on phones. So depending on where your audience is accessing the videos from, you might want to use one versus the other.
Codes is
What
good too.
was that?
Coaching codes is good for the videos too.
Yes.
That's where I usually get mine.
Coaching codes is good for the videos. What else? I'm trying to think. I mean, there's so much stuff in the Coach Online office that, I mean, you can learn as much as you want whenever you want back there. There's also a training tab, which is pretty useful. They break it down by rank. So that's also another tool that you can access and learn from too. So Beachbody's put like training together as well. And as you move up the ranks, there's different types of training for what they feel like, you know, is important for you to work on based on that current rank that you're at. So there's also that too. So they have that. Good.
If you put a coach under the wrong leg, you have, is it 3 or 5 business days? Because, or 3 or 5 days, because they were saying on the call, the Team Panacea call, that it was 5 days, that you can change it. And I was like, I thought it was 3. I didn't say anything because there's like 40 people on the call.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's 3.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, if that happens, you want to jump on that like ASAP, because the turnaround time on that and everything, I mean, you got to make sure you get the email in to coach relations, and you got to make sure that you get that email back so that you have kind of like the paper trail that you sent it, you know, and they need to make the change kind of thing. That's why the coach placement is so important. I know at some point you're going to mess it up. I mean, everybody does, and that's fine, and there is a way to change it. But it's just important to note, I think, that once you place a coach, like, they're there. I mean, it's not like you can like go like 3 months and be like, oh, well, I have 3 coaches in this leg, and you know my coaches in my right are going inactive, so I'll just move one from my left to my right. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so you need to be placing your coaches somewhat strategically to ensure that your business is moving in the direction that you want it to. So you just can't continuously stack up the same leg with coaches. You really got to place them in certain positions based on kind of how you want your business to grow. And like I said, if we want to go more in detail about that, let me know and I'll talk to you about that for sure. I mean, I don't know what else to really talk about. I mean, it's funny because it's like, let's talk about the stuff that new coaches want to know. And then we talk for like 40 minutes. There is a lot of stuff, and I get it. I totally get it. But what you really need to do is you kind of got to like start asking yourself questions, right? Like, okay, what don't I know that I need to know? Okay, what kind of stuff is going on in your business right now? Or what kind of stuff do you think is coming up in the future that you need to know? Is it, okay, how do I run challenge groups? Is it, how do I use the tracker? You know, oh, I'm gonna be promoting my challenge group soon. So, you know, how do I use that mobile app to do those orders? So you have to start asking yourself questions like, what do I need to know right now in my business based on where I'm trying to go in the next 2 weeks, in the next month? Okay, start with those short-term things, because it's going to start generating a lot of questions for you. Like, okay, well, where would I find this? Where would I do that? Oh, I want to promote Summer Strong, but I've never done hammer and chisel. I don't know anything about it. Where would I find information on that? You know, things like that. Those are the questions that you can start asking, you know, on the team page, or ask your upline coaches. And we'll get you the answers, because there's definitely information out there readily available to you in the Coach Online office that you can use to answer all of those questions, or you can use the team to help you answer those questions too. So lots of different options. Start asking the questions though, okay? And if you have the question, don't be afraid to ask it, okay? Like they always say, like, no question's a dumb question. 100% true, okay? There's tons of information, and there's tons of information that's kind of spread around everywhere in the Coach Online office. So instead of you going out and spending hours looking for an answer that probably was super simple, just ask on the team page, or ask one of us, and we'll help you find the answer. Another great tool, honestly, is the FAQ in the back office. So if you're in the Coach Online office and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, the FAQ is down there. If you click on that and you type in what your question is, you might actually get something that comes up. So they've been basically anytime there's something that comes up and it seems to be coming up a lot, they make an FAQ about it. So if you're oh, I remember hearing something, or oh, there was some kind of a deal going on, what was that? And you can't find it in the breaking news section, and you're just having difficulty type it in the FAQ, see if something comes up, okay? Or ask. Just ask. Another good way to find answers. But like I said, been in the position before. I know it can be overwhelming at times. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're talking about different things on these calls, or we're talking about different stuff in the team page, and you might not even understand what the heck we're talking about. But to understand what the heck we're talking about, you have to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you're never going to get any answers, okay? And then you're just going to be lost in this fog somewhere, okay? And we don't want you to do that. That's why we have the groups, right? That's why we have the coach training groups. That's why we run these team calls, so you guys can get on and ask questions. We have all of the stuff set up, but you really have to utilize the tools. You don't have to do it by yourself. You don't have to do it alone. I mean, I told you that. I'm sure your coach told you that when they signed you up. You're not in the business by yourself unless you want to be. If you like to be the loner person that just does it all by themselves, cool, go for it. Can you be successful doing that? Absolutely. It doesn't matter to me. It's your business. You can run it however you want. But if you don't want to be alone, you don't have to be alone. That's why we're here. That's why we have the team page. That's why we make ourselves available to all of you. Okay? Cool. Fantastic. I don't really have anything else to cover. I feel like that's a good topic because we do have new coaches, so nice work on that. Yeah, I think that's it.
I stole it. I totally stole it.
That's okay.
I mean, he was going over stuff that I was I don't even know if I even heard of that before. And like he said, I'll just give you a quick example because how much time do we have left?
5 minutes.
Okay. So he said he was going over placement, and he said something about if you signed up your parents as one dummy account or something, there's a form in the back office that you could submit. I forget what it's called, but basically it hands over the rights for you to call in and modify their order in some shape or form. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you heard of this? So it kind of gives you, it's kind of like you're their executive of their will, kind of,
Yeah.
You can
power of attorney.
Kind of my dad, but he's 70 some years old. He's not going to do anything with it, and he's probably not going to jump on a computer. So he's there's a form that you can fill out, and every time that you would call and say, I'm calling for Terry Appleby, blah, 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 I would like to change his flavor on his Shakeology, or can you change it to Beachbody Performance Energize? They would look and see that you filled out this form and that it was signed by you. And I was like, that is so stinking cool, because I would totally do that. I can't talk my dad and mom into doing it because they're like, I don't use the computer and I don't have an email. You can make up your own email for them and everything. I know you know that, but
I see the form. It's called the Coach Account Management Consent Form.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, that is actually really cool. I don't think I did know about that.
it might even be beneficial to do for like your spouse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know I have Tom's account, and there's been times where I wanted to call and I'm like, I don't even want to go through the headache of, explaining everything
Yeah.
to them. And then they kept on, there was a lot of this discrepancy about like the 3 and the 5 day. So like if somebody like went on and, oh God, I know what, like the coach placement, like they said something like 5 days, and then something else they said 5 days for, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I never did go look and see if it's changed. I don't think. I've always learned from you and Julie that
Yeah.
it's 3 days.
It has always been, as far as I know, it was 3 days. And they may have changed it though. I mean,
It's always,
people complain about it. They change it.
yeah. Well, and if anybody if they get like a product, like say they get Pio, but then they're like, oh man, I really do want to try the Shakeology, and it's like on sale, then you can say in like you have 3 days to change that to get it to a challenge pack to get the points.
Oh, and see, on that one, I thought it was longer than that.
Is that 5?
I think I thought it was more than even that. I thought it was almost like 30 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3. So those little things.
Yeah, there's stuff like that where I think it's kind of different all the time, because I mean, that one I think it would almost be longer because those people have 30 days to cancel their whole order, so you could technically cancel it, send it back, and then just buy a challenge pack. So like to Beachbody, it's like, well, why not just send them out the other, send them the bag of Shakeology or whatever, and then just make it a challenge pack, instead of like now we got to pay for them to ship their program back, and now we're going to have to pretty much comp the shipping on the challenge pack going back out, because they're only going to pay $2 for that.
Mm-hmm.
So from their standpoint, from a business standpoint, that doesn't seem like you would even want to do that.
True.
But who knows? They know better than me. I'm looking up the placement change requirements real quick before the call's over. Okay. Yep, 5 business days.
5 days. Okay.
The request would need to be received via email within 5 business days of the new coach enrolling.
And yeah, just from experience, and I might have a lot of experience on screwing things up. It's always, I have learned that don't even try and phone call them. Like It's hard to understand what they're saying.
Phone call doesn't even work because they need to have a paper trail. So you have to email.
It's the best.
You have to email.
And you have the transcript then and everything.
Yep.
But
so there's lots of good stuff. I'm glad that you brought up that consent form thing. That's new. We should talk about that next time. I got some ideas now.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the call, everybody. I'll post it soon. Have a great night.
Good night, Skyla.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.